All right, if we could I please get a motion to get item number, rescind of the, not H-L, sorry, rescind of it on the floor, please. A motion by Mr. Schneider, second by Mr. Milam. All those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Opposed? This gets on the floor, I suppose. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I screwed that up. I was just trying to get it on the floor. I didn't open for discussion. So, this is going to be a roll call vote as we go through it. So, my apologies again for that part. Here we go.
Mr. Chairman?
Yes, sir.
I have a point of order. You can imagine, I'm sorry, are we supposed to use it? Yes. Okay. You can imagine that a lot of board members have been discussing this issue. And because I was parliamentarian, and I think I'm parliamentarian again, they've asked me a procedural question. And the procedural question is, I know I can vote aye and nay, but can I vote present and can I vote abstain? My past knowledge in this area is the only time you can vote present is when you call the roll. You cannot use that as a response to any other item on the agenda. Also, I think in Illinois, and I've got the state's attorney and Mike both here, so they can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's important that we know that, especially based on some discussions I've had with members, that if you want to vote abstain, the only people that can do that are people who have a legal or official conflict of interest and are willing to state that conflict for the record. In other words, if you just want to duck the question and not have your constituents know how you feel, there's really not a way to do that. Now, I need to know whether I'm right, and if I'm wrong, I need to know what the real answer is. Thank you.
A present vote is more of a congressional thing. That's not addressed in Robert's rules. Instead, if there's a member who doesn't want to vote aye or nay, he or she can abstain. My understanding is that there's no requirement for abstaining. Any member can abstain if they wish to. They don't have to have a particular reason for it or state it on the record. But a vote to abstain has no impact on the vote at all. It doesn't go with the majority or the minority. It just is not an impact on the vote.
So you can do it and for any reason or no reason?
Yes.
Thanks.
Mr. Chairman, I may be incorrect, but my recollection of our rules specifically allow a board member to vote present. And I would ask that be researched.
We will.
Right now?
You're going to have one of those votes for me.
Okay, then if everybody will give us a few moments while we look this up for Mr. Graff, we will do so.
The two people that know the most about this are John and Mike Delarry. And I said, yep, I'll wait on what you come back. No, he didn't trust
No, I have
We can never hear you.
Alright, if I can real quick, we've got through one. Straight up, Mr. Beck.
So it's kind of a mix. Sure. It's kind of a mix under the county board rules. So under the county board rule, under 33.06 procedure at board meetings, under subparagraph C for roll call vote, this would fall under subsection E, which is upon any other matters when announced by chairperson requested by two members, providing such request is made before another item of business has been taken by the board. So under this scenario, I believe the chairman has already announced there will be a roll call vote on this issue. So under a roll call vote, you can have a yes, a no, an abstention with reason, or present. So, and present really means nothing more than abstention without reason. To be honest with you, right?
Yeah.
So those are your choices. Yes, no, abstention with reason, or present, plain and simple.
Kevin, does that, say we have so many presidents, we don't have a quorum vote?
Where you don't have like a majority vote?
Right, so does present go with the majority of the people that do vote? Or just say if 10 people vote, we don't have enough of a majority?
Well, Mr. Holly can correct me here, but I think what the president does is lower the number of the majority. Does that make sense to you? So, enough people, if 10 people would vote present, how many do we have here today? So it's gonna be a vote of 7 people.
And
Mike, you agree?
abstain has the same effect as present.
Correct. Correct. With reason, if you wanna abstain, under our board rules. Everybody got it?
Yep.
So everybody understands this, so if 10 people vote present or abstain, then it's gonna be a majority of 7. Yes? Alright.
Dan, thank you for finding that. Mr. Johnson, explaining it. Here we go on our roll call.
Crawford,
Present.
Goddard,
Yes.
Graff,
Present.
Hall,
Yes.
Harris,
Present.
Hopkins.
I'm gonna abstain, and I wanna abstain because I think that as we've all probably discussed and agreed, there needs to be a major change in how this, rule is done. So I'll abstain.
Josting,
Yes.
Longfellow,
Yes.
Mennel,
Yes.
Mylum,
Yes.
Mingus,
Present.
Nelms, Phillips.
Yes.
Your first major vote, jeez. Trail, Rich Stimson, Schmidtall, Schneider.
You missed it.
Oh, sorry, Schmidtall,
Present.
Schneider,
Yes.
Sin,
Yes.
Stahl, Stump,
Yes.
Woodrow.
Yes.
Motion passes.
With that passing, we move on to item M. May I get a motion to get this on the floor? Motion by Mr. Schneider, second by Mr. Mennel. This will also be a roll call vote. So, when you're ready, Mr. Ackerman?
Excuse me, define the first vote and the second vote.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Was it-
I just was reading. The first vote was to rescind the denial of the special use petitions for the ordinances, and this is approving the special use.
And the vote on the last one was 11 yes and 5 present and 1 abstain?
That's what I got.
Yes. That's
Thank you.
Goddard,
Yes.
Graff,
No.
Hall,
Yes.
Harris,
Present.
Hopkins.
I'll abstain again for the same reason as the, litigation, or the, rescinding vote.
Josting,
Yes.
Longfellow,
Yes.
Mennel, Mylum,
Yes.
Mingus,
Present.
Nelms, Phillips,
Yes.
Trail, Rich Stimson, Schmidtall,
Yes.
Schneider,
Yes.
Sin,
Yes.
Stahl, Stump,
Yes.
Woodrow,
Yes.
Crawford.
No.
Motion passes.
With the motion passing, we will now move into an in-place risk committee meeting. Doing so. Sandy, could you please call the roll?
Chairman Graham,
Here.
Vice Chair Harris.
Here.
Crawford.
Here.
Hall.
Here.
Joski.
Here.
Mennel.
Here.
Mingus.
Here.
Trail. Schneider.
Here.
Sin.
Here.
Auditor Funkhauser. State's Attorney. Treasurer Clark. You have four.
All right, thank you. As we know, this is Schneider. And then we'll go through a roll call on this as well. So Sandy?
Vice Chair Harris. Crawford.
Aye.
Ball.
Yes.
Ghosting. Mennel.
Yes.
Mingus. Schneider.
Yes.
Finn.
Yes.
Chairman Brennan.
Yes.
6 yes, 3 present.
Thank you very much. With that concluded, we are in recess from our in-place risk management, moving back to full board. Item O, which is RM 25-01. Can I get a motion to get this on the floor, please? Motion by Mr. Crawford, second by Mr. Schneider. This is approving what just came out of risk management. Roll call, please, Mr. Eckman.
Graff.
Present.
Paul.
Yes.
Harris.
Present.
Hopkins. For the same reasons.
Yeah. And if I could add, I didn't finish maybe my thought as well as I don't think that it's wise use of taxpayer money to use it in a lawsuit after the first part of that. Thank you.
Ghosting.
Yes.
Longfellow.
Yes.
Mennel.
Yes.
Mylum.
Yes.
Mingus.
Present.
Nelms. Phillips.
Yes.
Frail. Rich Stimson. Schmidtall. Schneider. Sen.
Yes.
Stahl. Stump.
Yes.
Woodruff.
Yes.
Crawford.
Aye.
Goddard.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Thank you very much. All right, thank you, everyone. Mr. State's Attorney, you gentlemen have your direction. So, thank you. Moving on to item P, review of the approved bills that have been sent out and seen. Is there any questions? All right, may I get a motion to approve the April 25 calendar? Motion by Mr. Mingus, second by Mr. Schmidtall. Questions? All those in favor signify by aye. Opposed? Alright, we are then moving into our in-place Human Resources Committee meeting.